Hi Vanilla Lattes and welcome back to our ASMR channel. I'm feeling very relaxed and happy to be spending some time with you. If this is your first time stopping by, my name is Lori Latte. It's so very nice to meet you. Please make yourself at home and be sure to hit that subscribe button. I hope everybody's happy and healthy. Look what I got. Y'all, you gotta try this. It's a signature latte from Dunkin' Donuts. They only have them during the holiday. It's toasted white chocolate, and I told them to spike it with a sugar cookie syrup in it. But look, they put all of this whipped cream. This is $4.50, but you get this gigantic latte, and it's so good, y'all. ASMR in my car. I've got Holiday Traditions satellite radio in the background because I'm going to spill a little tea today with you guys, okay? This is not a role play. This is real. This is some neighborhood gossip. Something that happened in my neighborhood this week that's really bothering me so much. We're family, and so I know I can confide in you. I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm telling you right now, it has this great espresso flavor, but it tastes like toasted white chocolate with a little bit of sugar cookie. Okay, we're going to talk about what happened in my neighborhood this week, y'all. Okay, let me give you a little backstory. I live in a great neighborhood. My parents bought this house when I was born. The year I was born, my parents bought this house, and I still live in my childhood home, and I still have a great neighborhood, all right? The neighbors have changed through the years, obviously, but I can tell you right now that all my neighbors that surround me are amazing. I'm thankful and blessed. I thank God every day that my parents bought this house. My daddy paid for this house. He had to work very hard. This was before we had the restaurant. When we were kids growing up, he bought this house, okay? I love my neighborhood very much. There's a woman that lives across the street from me, okay? Not directly across the street, but to one side, all right? She moved back into the neighborhood this past April. She's owned the house for 15 years. I'm very acquainted with her. She lived in our neighborhood for a little while, and then she rented the house out for over 10 years to my friends Crystal and Carrie. Beautiful family. Okay. She decided that she wanted to sell the house that she was living in because property taxes have skyrocketed. Well, guess what? It's a free country, ma'am, and you can do whatever you like. So, last October, she asked Crystal and Carrie, who have 3 kids and have been living there for over 10 years, to move out. They asked her for 3 months' time to save money and to look for a place to live, and she said no. All right? She gave them 30 days to vacate the house, which was very cruel. When it comes to matters of money and finance, that's how this lady rolls. Okay. Crystal and Carrie had to spend a fortune to move out of that house and find a new place. That's all water under the bridge. Okay. So lady who was in the biggest rush ever to move back into her house, they moved out at the end of October. She didn't move back in until April because she wanted to remodel it to her liking. Okay. I made a conscientious decision that I was going to be as neighborly to her as I could, even though I have a private reason to hate her fucking guts. Excuse my French. She's my neighbor. She lives across the street from me now. She's older in age, over 65. She's not in good health, and she doesn't have any friends for obvious reasons. So I decided that I was going to be very cordial with her, and I have been. She moved back in April, and she's gone out of her way to be extremely friendly to me. She's trying to establish her roots in my neighborhood again. She talks to me all the time, tells me how much she loves Cookie. She has 3 dogs of her own. Everything's great. Everything's great. Okay. I forgot all about what she did to my neighbors and my friends. I put it on the back burner. I'm a God-fearing woman, and I'm not going to hold a grudge against her for that. Fast forward to this past Tuesday, I'm walking Cookie. I walk her in my yard. The house across the street from me is vacant because my neighbors only stay there during the holidays. My neighbor passed away, an older lady, nicest, sweetest lady, and her daughters own the house now, and they're only there a few times out of the year. So sometimes I walk Cookie there. Sometimes I walk Cookie down the street. She's a small dog. So if she does her business in somebody's yard, I always have a plastic doggy bag, and I always pick up her mess. Okay. Last week, this lady approached me when I was walking Cookie and told me, please don't walk your dog in my yard. She was very polite. I told her, look, neighbor, I don't walk my dog in your yard, so you don't have to worry about that ever. I don't ever walk her in your yard because my neighbor parks her car on her grass. Then she has men come over to do construction work, and they park on the grass, so I never walk Cookie over there. I told her, don't worry about it. I don't walk her here. Where the treetops glisten, to hear sleigh bells in the snow. This past Tuesday, I'm walking Cookie across the street, the house that's adjacent to hers, and all of a sudden I see her come out her front door hollering. She's hollering. She's yelling. I don't know who she's talking to. I can't hear what she's saying. But then she starts getting closer and closer. I'm in the yard of the neighbor, and she has a fence, and she's standing behind her fence. Real Billy Badass style. Yelling at me. I told her, excuse me, are you talking to me? And she's yelling, yes, I'm talking to you. I said, what seems to be the problem? I told you in a nice way last week not to walk your dog in my yard, and I stepped in doo-doo, and it was your dog. Just point blank. She starts yelling, why do you walk your dog on this side of the street? Why always on this side of the street? Okay, she's yelling. Real tough over there on the other side of her fence. Why don't you come out and talk to me face to face, man? I told her, look, that wasn't my dog. If you stepped in something, I'm sorry, but it must have been a stray. I don't walk my dog in your yard. And she starts telling me, yes, you do. You walk your dog in lots of people's yards, and you never pick up after your dog. Okay, now she's accusing me, and she's accusing Cookie. Okay. Then she starts indicating to me where I can walk my dog. Why don't you walk your dog over there? And why don't you walk your dog over there? Stop walking your dog on this side of the road. Okay. My daddy taught me one thing. It was don't take abuse from anybody. Alrighty, I'm 56 years old. I couldn't defend myself when I was 20. That's why I had my parents. They did it for me. But at this age, I told her, excuse me, Number one, I don't appreciate the tone that you're taking with me. Number two, I don't know who you think you're talking to. I'm not your friend. I'm not your daughter. I'm not your family. And I sure hope you don't talk to them like that. And three, I told her, you cannot tell me where I can walk my dog. You cannot indicate to me where I'm going to walk my dog. I told her, I guarantee you, she's never going to be walked on your grass. But I will walk her wherever I like. And she told me, I know I can't tell you where to walk your dog. I'm just making a suggestion. Well, don't, because I'm not going to take it. I'm going to walk her as many times as I want right here at this house. And there's nothing you can do about it, okay? And lastly, because she kept insisting that Cookie did her business in her yard, I told her, by any chance, do you have a photograph that you took of my dog going to the bathroom on your grass? And of course, she said no. So I told her, you better shut your fucking pie hole. I wasn't nice about it. I'd had enough. She was yelling. I ain't taking abuse from nobody, y'all. Okay? I am not taking abuse from anybody. I told her, go fight with somebody else. It wasn't my dog. And if you don't have proof, you better keep your mouth shut. And I walked away. You know, I still can't believe that all of that happened. I don't know if this lady's bipolar. This is her real personality. I've known her for many years. She utilizes people. She was being nice to me because she needed favors from me. She needed to establish friendly vibes. And since I've lived in this neighborhood the longest, and this is my stomping ground, for every good girl and good little boy, Santa's a great big bundle of joy when he's coming down the chimney down. He'll have a big fat pack upon his back and lots of presents for you and for me. So leave the peppermint stick for old Saint Nick hanging on the Christmas tree. It's the holiday season, so whoop-de-doo and dickory-dock, and don't forget to hang up your sock. Just exactly at 12 o'clock, he'll be coming down the chimney down. He'll have a big fat pack upon his back and lots of presents for you and for me. So leave the peppermint stick for old Saint Nick hanging on the Christmas tree. It's the holiday season, so whoop-de-doo and dickory-dock, and don't forget to hang up your sock. Just exactly at 12 o'clock, he'll be coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney, coming down the chimney down. Happy holiday, happy holiday, happy holiday. May the merry bells keep ringing. Happy holiday to you. Happy holiday. Look, y'all, bottom line, I'm literally the nicest person you're ever gonna meet. Okay? Kind, courteous, considerate, God-fearing. But if somebody try to shit on me, it ain't gonna work. And it's not gonna happen. I will always defend myself. I will defend my family. I will defend my friends. She attacked my dog. She attacked me. Not physically, but verbally. All right. It's not going to ever happen again. I stand my ground. Unfortunately, I have no ties with that lady anymore. I didn't have ties. But I was trying to be as neighborly as I could. That is in the past now. Okay. I appreciate you guys listening and allowing me to vent. I'm not a person that's in a bad mood very often. But she really rubbed me the wrong way, in the worst way. Okay, it's all over with now. She cut her own throat, and I mean that, because nobody in this neighborhood like her. She has no friends. She's not in good health. Nobody come visit this lady. And she just cut the one person that had any communication with her. I can do nothing to help the lady any longer. Okay. So go get you a Dunkin' Donut. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll catch up with you guys later. I did upload an outstanding video yesterday, a Temu haul. I'll list it in the description box.